This is it. The power of the storm.
I expected more fire and brimstone.
Some gods are friendlier than others, I guess.
But not all of them. Poor Luna.
Perhaps you'd better console her in person.
Just a boat ride away.
Lose that scowl along the way.
Will do.
Hey, it stopped raining.
Guess Ramuh finally got sick of showers. Up there! It's huge!
Way bigger than the last one we saw.
Yeah?
Hey, Highness. About your car.
Yeah.
Well, I found her, but she's out of base.
Oh.
Now, I can handle garage folk, no problem. But sweet-talking the Empire? That'll take some doing.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah?
We'll figure it out.
You sure about that?
Yeah, thanks for the heads up. Later.
Who was that?
Cindy.
What? You can't talk to her like that.
Yeah, I can. I just did.
And did she have any choice words for you?
Yeah, the Regalia's at an Imperial Base.
Oh boy.
Guess that just leaves one question.
When do we retrieve her?
I'd say now.
This is nothing more than conjecture, but I suspect that ship was due to arrive far earlier. The thunder and lightning must have slowed it down. There's a chance they intend to transport the Regalia back to Niflheim.
We ought to thank the Thunder God for buying us some time.
But that time is running out.
Yeah, let's run in and ride off.
You don't appreciate what you have till it's gone.
Man, in that car we were unstoppable.
She was our home away from home.
Yeah.
If the ferry at Galden were running, we'd probably be in Altissia by now.
The port's still closed?
Safe to assume until we hear news to the contrary.
I never heard of Caem before. Is it famous?
Not among the masses, but its harbor was home to His Majesty's ship.
Bet everything's just the way he left it 30 years ago.
So, we found a harbor. Do we have a ship?
Maybe?
If not, we'll find one of those too.
How?
Noct, what are your plans for after reuniting with Lady Luna Freya?
Not exactly like you can bring her along for the ride.
Think you might still pull off a wedding?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Today's topic is things that make you say, Here's what our first listener had to say. Colin Kenny asks, is it me, or is the sun setting really early lately? What? How is that even possible? This better not be true, or I am just gonna lose it. I can't take being cooped up indoors any longer than I am now.
I'm done.
Yeah, broke a few bones in there.
Let me get this shot. Man. Oh, love the lighting. So, what's with the sweltering heat around here?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
The rise in temperature is likely attributable to the astral shard. We're close. Trouble you a moment, Noct?
Yeah?
I could use your help in the morning.
Me and mornings don't usually get along.
Might if you help me make breakfast.
Most important meal.
Well then, tomorrow it is. Can you cut vegetables?
Can you be a little more specific?
Finally, we'll do just fine. No trouble handling the knife?
Of course not. I cut things up all the time.
Ingredients are rather different beasts. The blade should give you paws. A cat's paw with the left while you slice with the right.
I know that. Don't make me claw your throat out.
Chop these as well.
No prob. Say, Ignis, how come you like cooking so much?
I find the true joy of cooking on the faces of those for whom I cook.
Huh.
I'll never forget the smile on your face the first time I cooked for you.
I barely remember what I ate yesterday. Well, whatever that first meal was, I'm sure it was pretty good.
And now, the moment of truth. Excellent work.
You think so?
I do. You chopped the vegetables to perfection.
Yep. Told you I'd cut him down to size.
So, did you enjoy fixing food for everyone?
Yeah, but I definitely couldn't get up and do it every day like you. Thanks.
I must say, I never envisioned the two of us chatting about cooking.
Yeah, neither did I.
Seeing how you enjoy fishing, you should learn how to prepare your catch.
Then I could have fresh fish anytime.
Same time tomorrow, then?
Not a chance.
You were a big help.
Yeah, I'm good like that.
Right.
Some kind of fortress.
Yeah, a porta-fortress. Those walls don't look so portable, though.
They are remnants of the old war, and the Imperial Army has availed itself of the added protection. Entry will not be easy.
So, any bright ideas, Ignis?
A dark one, as it were. A frontal assault would leave us exposed. But if we move under cover of night, we might be able to infiltrate the base unnoticed.
And until then?
We learn all we can about the base's design, and attempt to narrow down the Regalia's location. I'll analyze what intelligence we have available to find us a way in.
Sounds good, Specs.
All right, we're gonna get our wheels back.
Our goal is the Regalia. The last thing we want is to engage an entire garrison. Avoid detection at all costs.
In and out before it gets light, then.
Indeed. Even if it means leaving the task unfinished, we withdraw before we overstay our welcome. Together on my signal. Until then, hold position. 3, 2, 1. Now!
All right.
Not bad. Might still be hope for you.
Stop.
What?
Searchlights. We're clear. Tread warily.
All right. Hey.
Take cover.
It's gone.
Magitech armor.
Don't want to mess with one of those.
We shouldn't have to, if we keep to the shadows.
Right.
Target the blind spot. One hit, one kill. You're in fine form. Keep it up.
This what's powering the base?
A Magitech generator of some description. It would explain why the troopers in the vicinity are uncommonly strong.
I say we wreck it. Spare us the sneaking around.
The risk is too great. Finding the Regalia comes first. Not a sound. You'll alert the enemy.
Got it. There's the old girl.
She's a real sight for sore eyes.
And none the worse for her time in Imperial hands.
What have we here?
Change of plans. Our new objective is to clear a path for the Regalia. One last push and suffice to finish them off.
So long!
Want to win? Fight more, whine less.
Blow up the energy tanks. They'll take out the enemies nearby. Let them do the work for us. We'll take out the generator and all enemies in the area. Noct, focus your efforts on the generator. There's a chance doing so will weaken the MTs.
No more stealth?
Our cover's blown. Go to town.
Yes, sir?
The entire base is fair game. Hold nothing back. The havoc keeps the enemy off balance.
Serious business.
A handful indeed.
What are we gonna do?
We keep at it. What else?
This is the might of the six.
Dude, that was hardcore!
And it did the trick. The place is dead.
Rest in pieces. Come on, let's grab the Regalia and split.
Piece of cake, huh?
This part is.
Inadvertent though it was, we dealt the Empire a crushing blow today. The Marshal will be pleased to hear of this.
Pretty sweet busting up that base. Bust a base. I like the sound of that for this sort of thing. There's a base, we go in and bust it up. Bust a base. Whatever, I'm calling it that. You don't have to.
I won't. Seems a bit flippant.
Why not go for something a little more epic?
Because I thought of it first. So that's the name. Bust a base. Get used to it.
Easier said than done.
Guys?
Long has it been, Noctis.
Ravus.
You received the storm's blessing, and yet you know nothing of the consequences.
Watch it.
Be still, all of you.
Not good.
Heir to a crown befitting no other. Witness his splendor and glory. All hail the chosen king.
Awful high and mighty for an Imperial rat, serving the enemy to hunt down Luna.
I do not serve, I command! The king's sworn shield.
You better believe it.
A weak shield protects naught.
Hey! Wanna go? Let's do it!
Should the chosen fall, that too is fate.
I'd say that's far enough. A hand, Highness.
Not from you.
Oh, but I'm here to help.
And how is that?
By taking the army away.
You expect us to believe that?
When next we meet, it'll be across the seas. Just so happens we have business of our own with the tutelary deity, don't we? Fare thee well, your majesty. And safe travels.
You guys know that guy?
Ravus Nox Fleuret, first son of Tenebrae, and elder brother to Lady Luna Freya.
At long last, the Imperial blockades of Discayan roadways have been removed. The Imperial Army has also demolished all related facilities erected around the region. The Provisional Government of Insomnia anticipates increased traffic congestion along most local highways, and encourages all citizens to refrain from any unnecessary travel for the time being.
So help me figure this out. That was Luna's brother?
The High Commander himself. Wartime makes for quick promotions.
Even a son of Tenebrae can rise to the top.
But why would he want to lead their army?
Who cares?
Certainly formidable enough on his own.
If Ravus wants power, I'll give him a taste.
So what's next? Ask around a little?
It's up to Noct.
What's wrong?
I let you down. I never made it to Caem. The Empire came while you were gone. None of us said a word about Noct. They just showed up and then... Poor Jared.
What do you mean? What happened to Jared?
There was nothing we could do!
It's not right. We should have been here.
I couldn't stop them.
But I won't let the Empire get away with it. They'll pay for what they've done. I promise.
I believe in you, Prince Noctis.
I'm taking Talcott, and we're going to Caem. We can't just stay here and do nothing.
I understand.
I can't let her go it alone after everything that went down. It'll be a squeeze in the car, but just for a while.
Shall we then?
Yeah, I don't want to keep Sid and Cindy waiting. They're fixing up the boat as we speak.
We ought to thank them.
Actually, Jared's the one we ought to thank.
Yeah, he really thought of everything.
Filled her up for ya.
Thanks.
Looking at the Regalia really reminds me of home.
It sure doesn't look like any of the cars you see around here.
And it's a lot roomier, too. I can't imagine trying to cram 5 people, including Gladdy, into one of those things. Have you ever ridden in one?
Can't say we have.
There was barely enough room for our luggage. Thank goodness you guys could give me a lift.
Think the others made it to Caem all right?
I suppose we'll find out when we get there.
Whoa, check it out. See that? That's the Rock of Ravito. I'm like 90% sure.
Not 100.
You almost know your stuff.
All thanks to Jared. Thank you for driving, Ignis.
Pleasure.
Are you the only one that drives?
I can drive.
And so can I.
It's not like Iggy's the only one who can drive. He's just the only one we can trust.
Wow, are they that bad?
Not bad at all, right?
Right. But there's no way the big guy's taking any chances with his little sister in the car. I got some bad news, guys.
Oh, great. Another floating fortress.
Let's pull over.
Knocked.
Relax. We've got this.
Taking matters into hand?
Delivering justice for Jared.
And for Talcott, too.
So you mean the High Commander's left arm is completely artificial?
Yes, that's what prosthetic means. I assume he had it made while undergoing treatment back in the Empire. It seems they imbued the arm with magitech, the same technology they used to power their entire nation. Technology they appropriated from an ancient civilization. The point is that the arm's not just for show. It packs a pretty punch. Pardon the pun.
I must admit, I'm rather unfamiliar with the Hydraean outside of what I've read about her in the cosmogony.
Well, that's something we have in common. She's been asleep for years. No one alive has ever seen her. But, given the Archaean's awakening, it's not beyond reason that the sea goddess could follow suit. And if she does, oh, look out. The legends tell of a wrathful spirit with no love for mankind.
Hey there, lads. How's about giving the driving a rest so you can give yourselves a rest?
So, what you doing?
Nothing much. Just chilling.
Cool.
That was one hell of a day, huh?
Yeah, but it was fun. Every day's fun. Even when we almost get ourselves killed. I never imagined it'd work out like this. That I'd get to go on an adventure with you guys.
Who would have thought, huh?
So, how long have we been friends now? Let's see, beginning of high school, so that's 5 years?
Yeah, but we've known each other way longer than that. Ever since elementary school, right?
Huh? You still remember that?
Could hardly forget being gawked at.
Well, you know, it isn't exactly easy being in the presence of royalty.
And when we did meet in high school, you pretended it was the first time.
Yeah, the first time I worked up the nerve to say something. Feels just like yesterday.
You should have said something sooner.
Oh, Noctis. You just wouldn't understand. Back then, I was... Actually, never mind.
You can't just stop halfway.
Yeah, I know. I used to be super shy. Couldn't talk to people. No surprises, but I had no friends. At least not real ones. I was always alone. And there were times when I felt, well, worthless.
That's what's been bugging you?
I mean, when you look at me, you wouldn't think that I'm anything but a fun-loving, happy-go-lucky joker. But that isn't the real me. Behind all the quips and laughs, I'm a mess of hang-ups. I've always felt inferior to you guys. I'm not royalty, and I'm not strong. I'm nothing, really. Unlike Gladio, I'm not good with people. The way he connects with them, he's operating on a different level. Unlike Ignis, I'm not smart, and I can't cook to save myself. But when we hang out, it's so much fun. I forget what I'm not. Then reality hits me like a splash of cold water, and I remember that I don't belong. but I want to. Every moment I'm desperate to earn my place, to prove that I'm good enough.
Think what you will, but I think you're good enough for me.
So, you really think I'm doing okay?
Yeah, I do. Anything else?
No, nothing at all. I'm sorry I got so real all of a sudden.
You should know better by now. You think I just make time for any old loser?
Huh? Why, you mad, bro? Seriously, though. Thanks for making time for this loser. Huh. Feels good to get that off my chest.
Happy to hear.
All right, I'm gonna keep on keeping on the only way I know how.
Yeah, you do that.